Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Marcus Bennett is suing Tyler Ross in the amount of $3,800. Mr. Bennett claims he trusted his friend to fix a robotic vacuum, but says the botched repair caused it to malfunction and set his rug on fire.
State your name, sir.
My name is Marcus Bennett.
Sir.
My name is Tyler Ross.
All right, Mr. Bennett, you're suing Tyler Ross for $3,800 for repairs as a result of an accident in your home.
Correct.
Start with you.
Yes, so I was living in my my small 3-bedroom house. We were staying in Austin, Texas. And yeah, he stayed with me. He went to the UK for a couple of years. He's actually from the UK. And so, yeah, he came back. He was studying like engineering. He's into robotics and stuff. So he really thinks he's a handyman. He thinks he could fix electronics and things of that nature.
Did he study it or not?
He studied it. But whether or not he was
great at it. So why are you questioning his credentials?
I wouldn't be here if, you know.
Go ahead. Let me hear from you.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Tyler Ross. I'm from the UK. I believe today I'm here because my friend is going after me for damages to a vacuum that I would say there was a product deficiency more than an actual failure on my end. So I'm here to...
All right, so
if I may, Your Honor, it wasn't a vacuum, it was the rug. So it was a vacuum that was mine in the house that he messed up, but it ignited a rug that's very important to me.
Okay, give me the background on the vacuum.
I've had the small vacuum for like a couple of years. When I got it, I think it was a manufacturer issue. It wouldn't start, the wiring. It was like really messed up. You would turn it on and like it would just start to spark up. And so he thought there's an issue that he could fix. He told me he would fix it. Me being the friend that I am, I was okay with letting him fix it. But I know for a fact when he fixes things, it's not really fixed.
Coming up.
Came back home, the rug damaged, yes. Statue damaged, yes. However, I told him, I said, this was why we needed to replace the vacuum.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Closed captioning provided by...
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Marcus Bennett, who is suing Tyler Ross for negligence.
The vacuum was software deficient at first because it runs off an AI system. And it has a smart system where it detects carpet from wooden floors. So as it was approaching the carpet, it stopped working this particular one day before the fire. And when it stopped, I said, I can go in and reprogram the software, which he did say, yes, go ahead and reprogram it. I reprogrammed the software, vacuum worked that day. Now, a couple of days later, I'm getting ready to go on a date, Your Honor. And I said, I'm heading out for about a couple of hours. So he was like, start the vacuum before you leave. It's my day to clean. I started the vacuum, headed out at 12 o'clock noon. As I headed out at 12 o'clock noon, he texted me saying the house is on fire about an hour later. And I said, what happened? And he said, the rug's damaged, the table's damaged, the vacuum's broken. So I was like, I'm on my way back home. Came back home, the rug damaged, yes. Statue damaged, yes. However, I told him, I said, this was why we needed to replace the vacuum. He never wanted to replace that vacuum. It ended up landing on me to be the fixer of it.
But you used it that day before going to work?
He told me to start it, push the start button. It has a mind of its own.
I didn't tell him to start
push the start button.
I told him to clean the house.
And then you left?
Yes, sir.
You pushed start and didn't supervise the mechanical object?
When we fixed it the first time, it already worked. It was moving on its own. So it's basically push start and it scans the house. It starts cleaning the house.
No, but you knew that you were repairing it. Sir, common sense tells you you don't turn on a machine that can move on its own and then leave it. This is something that moves around the house. You started and let it go. That's like letting a 5-year-old child stay by themselves.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Promotional consideration provided by...
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
And Your Honor, if I may add, it did malfunction the very first time that he fixed it. So to leave it unattended after it already malfunctioned once, mind you, I had to hide it in the closet from him because I didn't want him to use it, and I know he would try to fix it behind my back. I put it in the hallway closet. And
Did he know that?
He got it out.
And you had not asked him to fix it. That's where we're at.
I didn't ask him
All
to fix
right,
it.
well, then now he wasn't doing anything for you. And in this case, I'm not sure if it's intentional or malicious, but what I am sure of is that you weren't doing it for him. He never asked you to do it. In fact, he didn't want to do it. So much so that he hid it from you in the closet, he says. You took it upon yourself and broke it. And it resulted in damage to the rug that you're going to have to pay for. $3,800 is your judgment. He was negligent, and he wasn't doing it upon your request. He took it upon himself to do it, and he did it wrong. Have a good day.
Your Honor, thank you.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $3,800.
Would you two like to have any final words with each other? All right, grab your belongings. We'll have this way.